What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and I am mining MONERO. CPU rigs are on because it is freaking exploding. Almost $700. It's hit a new all-time high 3 or 4 times now in the past 48 hours. Absolutely insane. First time it's seen all-time highs since like 2017, 2018. So it's exciting times out there. But one thing I want to point out, when it comes to mining Random X, things start getting pretty warm. Now this will be a quick video. The main thing I actually want to go over here is 2 sticks versus 1 stick on AM5, and it's pretty insane as it's not really that much of a difference in hash rate versus when we tried this out on, say, our AM4 platforms like Rig 5 and stuff down there. So we're going to go through the numbers right quick and just kind of show you how you can save 50% on your RAM, because AM5 doesn't seem to matter as much, which is kind of blowing me away. All right, guys, so here is the 7950X3D here, single stick of RAM, and the motherboard is actually an E670, so it is a big motherboard. It's not something that's more expensive, not recommended for mining. Obviously, it obviously works, but it does use more power, so keep that in mind. But my tests were done on this motherboard. That's another test I want to do in the future, is the big 670s versus like the 650s and stuff, which is what I do use for, my main motherboard. But I do think this is using like an extra 20 watts over that. So just changing motherboards can drop your power supply by 20 watts here. But for now, we're doing numbers based on this rig because that's what I have together right now. But let's take a look at our RAM here between 1, 2, and 4 sticks of RAM. All right, guys, so coming into some test results, and I just want to look at something right here, and you can see like with my B650s here, those Gigabyte, whether they D1, 7Hs, or whatever the motherboards are, I can't remember off the top of my head. We can see here that, with, PBO type of settings and stuff, we're down to only 143 watts, 140 on a 9050X and stuff. And with this motherboard, I'm up to in the 160s here. So 20 watt difference just from motherboards. But this is what I got, 6000 megahertz EX670E motherboard here, the big ones here for big workstation, gaming PCs, things like that. But PBO, -30 curve, eco in all the settings here. But here we can see 2 sticks of RAM was 22.1 kilohash at 162 watts. That is 136.41 hashes per watt of power. All right, so here we have same settings here, but this is with no XMP. So I shut off high memory bandwidth, shut off XMP. Those both go away when you turn off XMP. So just stock settings on your RAM. I got 20 kilohash, still 2 sticks here, 160 watts. So we only lost 2 watts in power. That was actually worse for efficiency at 125 hashes per watt of power. Now here we're coming into eco mode. Well, all same settings, guys. But we have 1 stick of RAM was 21.4 kilohash. This is with XMP and high memory bandwidth on 159 watts. So you can see right here, going from 2 sticks to 1 stick, same settings, but from 22.1 kilohash to 21.4 kilohash, and we lost a little bit of power, but ultimately 2 sticks was slightly bit more efficient, but nothing major. And then going to 4 sticks around, we had the exact same hash rate here at the exact same settings, a little more power because we have more RAM in there, and that was actually even less efficient because we didn't gain any efficiencies there at 133.13. But it looks like when it comes in between 2 sticks of RAM or 1 stick of RAM, it's not making that much of a difference. In AM4, we did see something like, I can't remember, we went from 14 kilohash down to like 11 and a half, 12 kilohash. I'd have to relook at my notes. That's just off the top of my head. But because of that, we also dropped a decent amount of power, and we became more efficient in doing so with XMP off and stuff as well, I believe. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head, but when it comes to AM5, we're a little bit less efficient, but it's nothing major, meaning especially with the price of RAM right now, you definitely do not need 2 sticks of RAM for MONERO, which used to be pushed pretty heavy on AM4, but when it comes to AM5, it's not that much of a difference. So you could technically buy 1 kit of RAM and split it between 2 rigs. So this is actually some nice findings here. If you plan on building a rig, ultimately it is way too expensive to do so, because even with 1 stick of RAM, that RAM right now due to the AI demand is extremely expensive. But hopefully these numbers do kind of help you out. And remember, remember, getting the smaller motherboards, that's all you need when it comes to crypto mining. You save even more power. So that's something I want to do test in the future here. Side by side is this bigger gaming motherboard with the same CPU versus, the smaller, more budget friendly motherboards. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out this video. I will see you on the next one. Hit that subscribe button, share this video around, and, let everyone discover Rabid mining and Monero to the moon. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Rabid out.